welcome back to Spekd. Today I'm going to make myself a wall. I know this has been done before, but I haven't seen it done with double layer, so I thought I'll give this a go. So I take my time, measure up 3 inches, going for a depth of the model, just roughly the height of the floor, and I make sure to go through the grain of the cardboard because I need to fold it halfway through. I get myself some pieces and make sure to put on like a little design on there, give myself a guide. Nothing major, it's just going to be a corner piece by the time it gets glued up. As you can see there, just put down what I want to cut out. When I get to cutting, now I've put both sheets of card together just basically to save time, 1, and 2, to ensure that the sides will marry up once I kind of bond them together. Just make sure you keep your fingers safe. As if your blade isn't sharp, you're going to have a few close encounters. I'll try to keep these cuts as straight as possible, even though I kind of design them slightly chewed away. But once I put the sand on there, that will give an organic kind of feel to those edges. Make sure I cut myself a strip about 1/2 inch thick. This is literally, I wish, miscast had blooming created this little device sooner. We're going to run this along the edge here. This little strip I had fun cutting out. And as you can see here, I'm just showing you it goes through the grain to make it easier to fold. And we're going to run this along the edge with some hot glue. And there you go. Oh baby girl, if you want to know where that toy box went, sorry. I just add some hot glue, get the other side on, but before that, make sure you cut the inside. If you've got 1/2 inch, you want to cut up about 1/4 inch on the inside of both of those sides there, just so it fits in nicely and marries up through both sides, so you can get the windows going from one side to the other. More hot glue, and make sure you keep your workspace clear, and just leave it sit. Don't worry about it too much marrying up at the top, the sand will fill that in when we're done. Get the hot glue to add some details underneath the texture, which I'll add afterwards. And I want to stick down 1 or 2 heavy objects just to make it sit right. Add a couple bits of sprue just for a little bit of detail for when we're painting, and just check it over there, a little rock, and it looks okay. Now don't worry that it's hollowed, because by the time we spray this, it's going to look like it's been burnt out, like the inner material after like an intense fire just burnt through. So here's a fun part, just adding glue everywhere. I could have done my little helper here. So once we've got the glue, we just add sand. And this is a really good technique that I learned from miscast terrain actually. And it means that your models will just stay resistant for a long period of time. So rather than do this 1 sheet, if you have 2 sheets together, wow, it's really durable. Once it's done, spray it up. It has to be dry, and it has to be dry sand. Hit it with hairspray to seal it, and then you can prime it. And I actually primed it black in the end. Once that's done, I start to dry brush it just with simple whites. Then I'll start hitting it with a few other colours. I come in with some cinnamon and tea bags, which I use for my eBay rescue. A couple of mixed herbs, rusted out of the beams, with my little integrated grate at the bottom. Integrated grate. And just go from there. So have a little look at it. If I need to add anything more, and that looks sufficiently burnt out, and I'm happy with that. There we go. That's what we've got. I added in the banner we created from the banner video. And just turn it around. I always kind of things under high contrast just so I can see more detail. I actually kind of like the way that the place looks like it's melted through. And life has just started to grow back in the corner there. I'm happy with that. Best thing is I know I could drop that in the bottom of the box when putting away the terrain and it won't break. Let's just give you kind of scale there. You can see what you're looking at. Really easy to make. Yes, I did have to wait 24 hours for the sand and glue to dry, but once you're done, you're fine. Alright, hopefully that motivates you to get one done. When it comes to motivation and painting, please send in your pictures. I have a lot of pictures and I'm really grateful for you guys to send them in. I'm really looking forward to doing next community posting. Anyway guys, this has been Spekd. I've enjoyed my time, hope you enjoyed your time. PC out.